So, hello, YouTube. It's been a minute since I made a video. My very last video was talking about me trying to conceive for a baby and how tough my journey was and everything that I was going through. I'm happy to report I'm pregnant. Uh, Still kind of shocking to me. I'm about almost 10 weeks tomorrow, actually. So it's been a journey. I wanted to come and make a video sooner, but honestly, I didn't know what to say outside of just me being pregnant. I wanted to just kind of not really bask in the moment, but I just wanted to take time to realize that this was really happening to me, that I was really pregnant this time, and it wasn't a joke, and I'm really gonna be somebody's mom soon. Um, like I stated in my very first video that I posted, which was a couple years ago, that my journey has been hard. I've been with my current fiance now for almost 6 years, and I was trying immediately off the bat. He didn't want kids, and that was understandable. But I was on this journey to just have a kid. No matter how I had the kid, no matter who I had the kid with, I just wanted to be someone's mom. And I just remember going through this depression for a while about watching all of my friends have babies and knowing that it was really hard for me to conceive on my own. So I started taking these pills that was supposed to help me conceive and actually help my period start back being regular as it should be. And I never got pregnant. So of course that just completely discouraged me and made me not wanting to keep trying. Um, because again, I had been trying long before I even got with the guy that I'm with now. I had been trying in my previous relationship and nothing had happened. And when everybody says, things happen on God's timing, after so many times of hearing that, you just get kind of tired of hearing it. And it's sad to say that, but it's true. And I wouldn't be who I am and a human if I didn't say that. That gets annoying. No one who's trying and has been trying wants to hear that. It's not a support system. It's not you supporting my decision to wanting to be a parent. It's you telling me whenever God is ready for you to be a parent, that's when it's gonna happen. So it's just like, okay, and you telling me that for what? That's not making me feel any better. Um, but anyway, I didn't find out I was pregnant until I was good and pregnant. And the crazy part was I didn't even want to take a test because I didn't want to get my hopes up again. I didn't want to take a test and get a test, that was negative, and then I'm crying or I'm upset, and I just didn't want to go through that again because I had been through it so many times before. And let's just be honest, tests are not cheap. You spend a lot of money to be disappointed a lot of the time. So I just didn't want to go through that again. I just remember sitting in the car with my friend and I was telling her how I hadn't been feeling well. And I normally have these same symptoms where some mornings I get up and I throw up, and I hadn't been pregnant. So, that was normal to me, to getting up and throwing up. But this time it was different. Um, the throwing up was different. Me being super tired was different. Like, it would be days where I would sleep. Literally, y'all, I would sleep from sunup to sundown. It was like I would just sleep the whole day. And I thought maybe I was just depressed because at the time we did have a lot of things going on. And I thought that could have played a role in why I was so tired. And pregnancy was never on my mind. It was never a thought in my mind that I could be pregnant. So I waited and I waited and I waited. And once I got to have this conversation with my friend, and I was telling her how my breast was sore and how tired I was, and how things just felt different, but I didn't want to get my hopes up. So that day, I just said, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to stop being scared and I'm going to go buy me a pregnancy test, right? So I go to Family Dollars and I buy a pregnancy test. Thank God the pregnancy test comes with two in a pack. Sometimes, if you don't do it right, you have to retest and blah, blah, blah. So I take the pregnancy test. I'm thinking that this shit is going to be negative. Right off the bat, I'm thinking this is going to be negative. No big deal. We've been here before, right? To my surprise, it was positive. Very, very positive. The line was super pink. So that lets me know that I had been pregnant for a minute. And I was shocked. Initially, I didn't know how to feel. My heart was just beating really fast. I was confused. I didn't know whether or not I was making this up in my head. It was a lot of different things going through my mind. And then I finally worked up the nerve to go into the room and tell my fiance that we have a situation. And so I go to show him this test. And he's looking at it like, is this yours? And I'm like, yes. Who else tests this? I'm not just carrying around. I'm not that fucking crazy. I'm not just carrying around some random girl's fucking pregnancy test. And so he told me to retest because at this point he's in a state of disbelief because, like I said, I had been trying since I got with him and nothing worked. Nothing happened. So I go and I take another test. To my surprise, positive. So now I'm like, holy shit, this shit is real. Like, I'm really pregnant. So, of course, we set up a doctor's appointment just to make sure everything is, everything. And we go to the doctor. Of course, they make me take another pregnancy test. So I did. Back up. Before we go to the doctor, I wind up taking another pregnancy test. So now this is 3 pregnancy tests in, all positive. So right after that, we book an appointment to go to the doctor. I think we had to wait like 2 or 3 days before we can actually go. We go to the doctor and they make me take another pregnancy test. Of course, this test comes back positive, which I already knew at this point because I already done got 3 positives, right? So we do an ultrasound. And I get to see my baby for the first time. And I'm sitting there like, holy shit, I'm pregnant. So I want to say it really didn't hit me until I was like 7 weeks. Because I'm like, yeah, I know that I'm pregnant. But holy shit. I'm still going through this denial stage of really being pregnant. Um, so here I am now, 10 weeks. And the trick that got me pregnant was we started taking these vitamins. And we were not even taking vitamins to conceive, honestly. I had just thrown that idea out the window because, like I said, I was just tired of getting my hopes up for nothing. So I had completely thrown that, idea out of the window of trying to conceive for a kid. I just wanted to make sure that we were healthy, especially with the midst of coronavirus going around. I wanted to make sure that we had our vitamins in our system, that we were good. And there was this vitamin that I saw online that said it helps with your energy for your sex levels and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. So I ordered it. And I think it may have been a mix between the women's one a day, the men one a day, and the vitamin is called goat weed. So between those 3, that's how I conceived. And now I'm going to be having a baby February of next year. And it's still very surreal. Each morning I get up throwing up. It reminds me a little bit more that I'm really pregnant. And I thought I would have all of these, flood of emotions because this is something that I had been trying to do for so long. And I didn't cry. And I still been waiting on this, big crying moment. I haven't cried yet. Which is really shocking to me because I just knew once I saw my baby's ultrasound that I was just gonna lose my mind. But I didn't cry. I was just overwhelmed with joy. I was so happy. I'm like, that's growing inside of me. I did it, you know? After so many years of trying, y'all, I did it. And it ain't been easy. Oh no, this journey has not been easy by far. It's whooping my ass. It's whooping my ass. As you can see, my face is swelling already, which is weird. I'm having some of the weirdest things happen to me so early on in my pregnancy. It's kind of like crazy. And then I was just saying to myself how all of my friends that were pregnant before me, it just kind of seemed like their pregnancy flew by. And I'm just so ready to just kind of get to the delivery stage because this is no joke. You literally have no control of your body anymore. I'm so tired of getting up, going to the bathroom. I don't know what to do with myself. And when I prayed for this journey, I prayed to have an experience where I wanted to experience everything because I just thought becoming a mother was just such a beautiful thing to me. And it still is. Don't get me wrong. But this pregnancy shit, it's for the birds, y'all. It's really legit for the birds. Only thing that keeps me going with this thing is the fact that I know that at the end of this, I'm going to have a baby, a whole baby that's mine. So it keeps me in the game and it doesn't make me feel as down as I've been feeling because I've been really down. And I'm like, it's just a combination of just being sick all the time and not being able to do what you normally do. And all of this just came out of nowhere for me. Like we was in the midst of planning a wedding. I'm supposed to get married next year. And all of that has to be put on the back burner now because I have to start buying baby stuff. I got to start thinking about a kid. So, it was a bit of a surprise for me. And it still is a bit of a surprise for me, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in this world. I just wouldn't. And, I just want to give encouragement to the women out there that are trying and it hasn't happened yet. Don't give up. Please don't give up. Because just when you think that you can't keep going, you always can. You always can push yourself to keep trying for what you want in life. And like I said, it took me a while. I've been with him almost 6 years. In my previous relationship, I was with him 4. And I had been trying straight out of high school because in my mind, I just wanted to give somebody love. And I knew that I had all of this love inside of me to give. And I didn't have anybody to give it to. And I just wanted to be able to love somebody wholeheartedly and just unconditional and a love that I never would have to question. I wanted that and I got it. And it was so worth the wait. So, so worth the wait, y'all. So my mission is to keep you updated throughout this pregnancy. However, I will not lie because my mission was to come and tell y'all immediately after I found out. But so much was going on in between that time. And then another thing, you get so forgetful when you're pregnant. When I say forgetful, you get forgetful about the simplest things. You just forget. So it's real. I don't know if I'm going to post like I should or as much as I would like to, but I'm going to try because I would like to document this experience as much as I can. Excuse me, y'all. Another thing, you get super gassy. Just ridiculous amounts of gas. And excuse my hair. I know it's looking rough. I'm getting it done Friday. Do not judge me. That's another thing. I just don't feel like doing anything anymore. The other day I had to go and get my tag for my car. And you don't understand how hard it was for me to get out of my bed and just move. How hard it was for me to just be productive Most days I don't want to get up and do the dishes. Most days I don't want to get up and feed my cat, and she was here before this baby. So I'm trying to find a balance. And as my best friend told me, is you're always adjusting. You're always adjusting. Even when the baby comes, you're going to be adjusting. So it's a lot. But like I said, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Nothing. I couldn't. I want to show y'all these tests and my ultrasound, but I have to get up because it's in a bag across the freaking room. So give me 1 second and I'll be back. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. Not really good at this, you guys. You see it? So trying to get it. Maybe it's too much light in here. 1 second. Okay, so you can barely see it because of the light. But look at that. Pregnant. So that's test number 1. That's 2. See how bold that one is? It's real bold. And then this is 3. 3 tests, you guys. It took 3 tests to convince me and him that there was a baby. So this here is our first ultrasound. Look at that. My little nugget. Sorry, it's upside down. Look at how small. And this next one that I'm going to show y'all was literally just a week apart from each other. And look at how much my little nugget has grown. So it's real. I have an appointment coming up on the 27th. So like I said, I'll try to post as much as possible. But I'll be forgetting y'all. Well, thank you for tuning in. I hope you all subscribe to my channel so that you can see how my journey goes. Have a good night.